Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Let's get right to it. Hit that like when you come in here, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and hit them notifications to get all of my content, all of my videos, and also share this video too. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den, basketball and as well as our boxing community. We are talking about hoops right now. Shout out to the brother Too Raw for TV. I was watching a video of his, and he was letting the people know that JJ Redick said that, you know, the expectations are not high, or you know, a lot of people aren't expecting that much this season. We all know that is BS right there. Okay. When JJ Redick took on this position right here, you took on a position in which the expectations are even higher. For one, you're coaching the Lakers. Okay, you are on the Lakers bench. Okay, you are in the Lakers arena. Okay, now we know it's not the Great Western Forum. We know it's not the Staples Center, but you know, now of course it's crypto arena. But either way, the Lakers is still a brand, and still they still have tradition there, and it's a culture, and their culture is fixated on winning. You got to think about it, bubble ring or not, they won a championship in 2020. Okay, so the expectations are always going to be high. For two, okay, this is the second reason. A lot of people feel like Darvin Ham shouldn't have been fired, okay? Let's just call it what it is. Now, there are a lot of people that necessarily did not agree with Darvin Ham's coaching and his coaching philosophy, but there are a lot of people that felt like needed to go. Okay, now, was I one of them? No. I felt what happened to Darvin Ham was wrong. Okay, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it now. And the fact that Darvin Ham was done the way that he was done, a lot of people, that rubbed people the wrong way. Okay. Then on top of that, I know a lot of people think that the Lakers don't have any talent, but that's not the truth. The Lakers do have talent. You have two all-world players in both AD as well as LeBron, even though he's on the downside of his career. Two future Hall of Famers. Then on top of that, you have a talented group of guys. Rui is talented when he needs to play. You said this Cam is amazing. Yeah, I know it is. I know it is. Thank you for tuning in, though. But you also have D-Lo, and when D-Lo, whenever he has his shit together, he's definitely able to be a solid player. Okay. Then you have Austin Reeves, who's really starting to emerge. I feel like a lot of people they still kind of they doubt Austin Reeves, but you have a guy in Austin Reeves that can play both ends of the floor. Okay. Then on top of that, you got a rookie in Dalton Connect who seems to be a guy that could come in and get you instant offense. And you have a talented bunch. So there's no reason why you shouldn't get to get to at least a Western Conference championship or even a finals. Because also, this leads me to my third point. You were sitting up there on your Mind the Bullshit podcast with LeBron, and you were saying all of this. Oh man, I wondered if I go straight. Okay, you were saying all this stuff about X's and O's and stuff like that. So people are expecting you to be in the driver's seat and to push this team forward, even up above what they were last season. Now, I do understand that the season before last, they made it to the Western Conference Finals. And then last season, of course, they were out of the first round. But either way, having said all of that, the Lakers will never go down on their expectations. They will always have a championship mentality or championship expectation, regardless of how the previous season went. So for JJ Redick to sit up there and say that, the expectation, and LeBron thinking that we don't have any type of expectation, or I don't have anything left to prove, and all this other nonsense, we all know that that's BS. That's BS. What's up, Ted? I'll see you in here, man. We all know that that's BS. When you took this job, you took it with the assumption that you were going to push this franchise forward. Hell, another reason why there's expectations is because people have already put you in a class calling you the next Pat Riley. You don't think that people are expecting you to uphold that? Then on top of that, you got Isaiah Thomas, who was speaking highly of you. I don't know if the media had got to him. You have Dennis Scott. You have Robert Horry and James Worthy. Everybody. I don't know if it's a PR a PR harassment by the LeBron team and all this other stuff, but they are seemingly being on your side, JJ Redick. So you don't have any excuses. You have expectations that need to be met. Yeah, Pat Riley Jr. and stuff like that. No. See, the thing about it is with Pat Riley, what a lot of people, what y'all don't understand, Pat Riley had to earn the players' respect. I mean, Magic, don't get me wrong, Magic, he was cool with Pat Riley because he didn't get along with Paul Westhead, even though that Paul Westhead, had won a championship. But the thing about it with Paul Westhead, his style was his style was a little bit different. And then, of course, Paul Westhead, he ended up going to go play. Ended up going to go coach Loyola Marymount and everything. A lot of people blame Paul Westhead for the death of Hank Gathers, but I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was running the style that they played. It was a running gun type of style that they played with Hank Gathers, Bo Kimball, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Frank Gathers had heart problems like before that, and that the doctor had actually advised Hank Gathers several times. He had a couple of scares before he had passed away, so all of that did not fall on Hank Gathers. What the hell is you doing? All of that didn't fall on Paul Westhead. But anyways, man, I'm getting off the subject. What I'm telling you is that everybody wants to sit here and, oh yeah, give them some time. No, you got time. It's like the brother Turod said, man. Like, nah, you got rid of Darvin Ham, right? Well, right out the gate, last time I checked, Darvin Ham, he made it to the Western Conference Finals. So some people are gonna expect you to go right out the gate. Some people are gonna expect you to go straight to the finals. Now, is it unrealistic? Possibly, but I will say this though. Salute to you, Pull Up. I see you in the building. Make sure y'all go sub to Pull Up Podcast with BJ. I will say this, right? With the way that AD is balling and the offense going through him and the intensity being the way that it is, if y'all can sustain that type of level of intensity going forward, I would be confident enough to say that the Lakers can be a championship contender. I mean, yeah, rightfully so. He did. I mean, listen, I'm going to give you your credit. I don't have to like you in order to give you your credit, if that makes any sense. I don't have to like you at all. I don't have to be, your friend. I don't have to be any of that. But what I am gonna say is, okay, yes, it's just one game. You got that game out of the way and everything. It was a good thing for them to win that game right out the gate. People want to understand. People want to try to sit here and they want to question me. Why was I so upset about the Sixers losing the first game and it's just one game and all of this other stuff? Well, everybody knows that you have to set the tone right out the gate, especially with all of the jibber jabber that's going on, all of the talking, all of the people wanting to know what y'all gonna do, all of the talking heads that be on morning television and the mainstream media, the lamestream media, really, all of the stuff that they be saying. Well, you got to come out there with something to prove, and that's what Shaquille O'Neal was saying in terms of the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, even though that they won last season, a lot of people felt like they had an easy road to the finals. So what did Shaquille O'Neal said? He said when they asked him a question about going into the very next season, what do you use as motivation? There's a lot of things that you could use as motivation. Now, the Lakers didn't win no championship, so that could be a motivation. Y'all got out the first round. That could be motivation. The fact that, some people felt like, y'all shouldn't even really be here, being that it's a circus show. That could be motivation. AD, he's playing mad, angry. He's tired of the circus BS. That can be motivation. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in here. So, like, the Lakers are not exempt from any type of expectations whatsoever. And then y'all are the Lakers. The fans got expectations. You know what I'm saying? The coaches got expectations aside from JJ Redick. even though I don't like her and Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, they have expectations. Even though they delusional as fucking don't know what the fuck they doing. Okay? They got expectations. Everybody in that arena, the arena, got expectations. Whether it's it's the concession people that work the concession, the janitors, the the people that's over there working working the tickets, taking the tickets and everything at the ticket booth. You know what I'm saying? The people that serving the popcorn, serving the beer. Everybody got expectations in that crypto arena. So you're not exempt from any type of expectations, and you're definitely not exempt from any type of smoke neither. If you're not performing up to expectations, everybody's gonna get it. They're not gonna say, "Oh, well, it's his first year," or they're gonna feel sorry for you. And nothing. Nah, this is L.A. L.A. is similar to what New York is. L.A. is similar to what Chicago is. L.A. is similar to what Miami is. L.A. is similar to what Boston is. It's a big ass market, and all of the eyes are on you. And when you talk about the Lakers, I mean, a big percentage of the people are fans of the Los Angeles Lakers. So all eyes are going to be on you. You're under that microscope. Everything is going to be heightened to the max. If you're doing really good, it's going to be heightened to the max. It's like right now, everybody's saying y'all going to go 75-7 and all this other stuff. Oh yeah, they ruthless, they cutthroat. But hey, when you do good, hey, they love you to death. Listen, I want to tell you this, right? A lot of people, and listen, man, sometimes, man, I gotta get, uh, uh, politically correct around this motherfucker. I don't like doing it, but I'll go ahead and do it. I'll get European, educational, and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But think about Kobe, right? Think about Kobe. There was a time period, man, when the weight of the world was on Kobe's shoulders. Do you think that people in LA weren't criticizing him? Yeah, they love Kobe to death, but even though that he had the situation going on in Colorado, even though he might have experienced some injuries, because I remember one year he broke his foot, even though that Shaq wasn't there, even though that he had a roster full of some people would call nobody. I don't disrespect NBA players like that, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people call them boo-boo, garbage, you know what I'm saying, trash, all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But needless to say, it wasn't no championship team after the Kobe and Shaq era or whatever. You think that he wasn't getting any criticism? Nah, you out your damn mind. They still expected you to get to a championship, not just the playoffs. No, 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 no. Not just the playoffs, you know. Nah. No, 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 no. You got to do more. So there were always heavy expectations on him, and that's why he wore that Lakers uniform with pride. That's why he didn't mind taking what come with it. What came with it, the good as well as the bad. You understand what I mean? So, JJ Redick saying that, and LeBron saying there's no expectation, there's little expectations, man, you are out of your mind. And then on top of that, nobody feels sorry about LeBron being 40 years old and all this other stuff. Nah, you got a Lakers uniform on there. Hell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was playing in his 40s and was still in decent shape and still winning. So there's really no excuses there. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they got you ranked above AD and all this other stuff, ranked in the top 5 and all this other stuff with the rankings and stuff like that. So definitely you still have some more expectations too as well. So I don't understand why JJ Redick thinks that you're not going to be criticized or you're going to be exempt from any type of smoke. Yeah, you won one game. That's great. Hooray! But it ain't the championship. It ain't the Larry O'Brien. All right? Okay? You got one game in. You're not Pat Riley, man. Okay? Plus, you got to look at it like this. It's like with football. Guys got to study what you're running. Guys got to get familiar with what you're running and stuff like that. After a while, people are going to start seeing, and I'm just talking about with the coaching, they're going to start trying to pick apart your philosophy. They're going to try to pick apart some of the adjustments that you might make or whatever. They might pick apart uh, who you might use in certain situations and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much they're gonna get familiarized with what you're running, in terms of the offense, in terms of the defense and stuff like that. They're gonna be watching film on you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like much less the players. So yeah, you won one game, but let's not get it twisted. Just because you won one game, that don't mean that you could just kick your feet up or any of that nonsense. Nah, you in Lakers land. You know what I'm saying? You in the city of angels. You know what I'm saying? You in a place where the banners have hung. You in a place where Wilt Chamberlain has played. You in a place where James Worthy has played. You in a place where Kobe Bean Bryant has played. You in a place where Magic has played. Shaquille O'Neal. All of those, pretty much all of them got. Jerry West, great Jerry West, late great Jerry West, Elgin Baylor. You know what I'm saying? Norm Nixon, Byron Scott, Michael Cooper. You in the land of where some of the great people have touched that floor and have been successful. And let's not get started on the coaches. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about the Pat Riley, who you are not. Got to talk about Phil Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk about, even Paul Westhead. He did bring a championship there. And then we could take it all the way back further, to the George Mikins and you know what I'm saying, to that era. When they were in Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff about there's little to no expectations and all this other stuff. Man, you out your mind. People are still gonna criticize you. If you don't bring it every night, there's gonna be Worthy and Robert Horry on there ready to rip you to shreds about what you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that you exempt from any type of smoke. Nah, you're gonna get the smoke if y'all don't perform right. Nobody's gonna feel sorry just because you got Bronny on the roster. Matter of fact, they're gonna give you that's even more ammunition to give you the smoke because some people feel like Bronny uh, is taking up a roster spot. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, like I said, man, there ain't no disrespect to Bronny. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good young man and everything. But right now he should not be on that level. You know what I'm saying? He needs to develop a little bit, and I stand on that. But you still are gonna get the smoke from every Lakers fan, no matter what. No matter what. Even if you do good. Some people feel like, y'all beat a Minnesota team that really hasn't, for one, they probably hadn't got their legs up under them. And two, also, those guys don't have any type of continuity, and they broke the team apart. So some people feel like, okay, yeah, y'all was supposed to win that game. What about a team that's already well and constructed together when you play against a team like a OKC who's coming in, hungry from last season and still got a chip on their shoulder? Okay, what about a team like the Denver Nuggets who still want their revenge and everything? You know what I'm saying? From not winning the title and stuff like that. What about the team in the Sacramento with Sacramento, who you consistently have problems with? You understand what I mean? What about a Minnesota with Ja? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to come back and cook every single last one of y'all? You know, because y'all are constantly being talked about, and they're not giving them any other Western Conference any prop. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with it, Brown Sugar? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling well. Salute to you, gorgeous. So, I mean, we just have to we have to understand and we have to take that into account that there's going to be uh, it's going to be criticism coming your way. It don't care if you having a bad day. They don't care if you not feeling good or anything. They want to know if that ball is going to be bouncing, if that ball is going to go through the hoop, if that ball, if the score is going to be a dub and not an L. That's what the Lakers fan, and they want to know if we're headed to the finals and are you going to win that thing? That's what the Lakers' expectations are. Okay, no more, no less. Now I want to talk about Tyrese Maxey, man. Okay, I want to talk about Tyrese Maxey. Um, as you know, last night we did not have our best game. Okay, we did not have our best game. Uh, you know, we were shorthanded. We didn't have Joel Embiid, and of course, we didn't have Paul George. Those guys were out, and they were going to be out. They're going to be out for the remainder of the week. So Tyrese Maxey, who y'all know that I love as a player. Love some Tyrese Maxey, man. Um, I like the fact that he's able to take the weight of the world on his shoulders. He doesn't duck any smoke. He's able to go out there and still be available, even if Joel Embiid isn't going to play or some of these other guys ain't going to play. He's still going to be there to deliver. And as much as I love Tyrese Maxey, and as much as I like his play, I love his play and everything, man. And I like his work ethic. I like how hard he gives his effort on both offense and as well as defense. You gotta love his energy, his determination, his will, his drive, uh, his tenacity, him being able to want the moment. All of that is great. All of that is great. But and I don't want to say this, but I gotta be real, okay? I gotta be real. And I don't want people feeling like I just show favoritism to certain players or just one player or anything. Tyrese Maxey has to be able to show that he can lead his team not only by winning, not only by scoring and being a scoring punch and putting up big numbers and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? In which last night he could have shot better. I mean, he had a horrible shooting performance, which was at 10 of 31. But I like the effort that he gave, regardless. But a lot of people are not going to take him seriously as a superstar, and they're always going to say, "Oh yeah, well, Joel Embiid is still the guy," and all this other stuff, until you can actually show people that you can lead us uh, to wins. Okay, and listen, you're talking to somebody that Tyrese Maxey, in my eyes, is the leader of the team. Tyrese Maxey is the better player on that team, but he is gonna, in order for all of that to come to light, he's gonna have to get wins. He's gonna have to, put the team on his back and actually will his team to victory. I'll give you a prime example. If Joel Embiid misses 22 games, right, people are going to criticize you if you're 9-13, or if you happen to be 7-15. I'm talking about without Joel Embiid. People are going to criticize you if you only won 2 games and you lost 20. You understand what I mean? That they're going to criticize you about that, because they're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, well, Tyrese Maxey is okay, but he's not any good without Joel Embiid. That's all people are going to say. But if you're able to come in for a prime example, like a Derrick Rose, okay, in which Derrick Rose was able to come into Chicago, right, and still lead his team like as a point guard. You know what I'm saying? And I use Derrick Rose as an example because everybody just paid attention to Derrick Rose. Nobody really looked at nobody else on that squad. There's no shade to anybody else. I mean, I paid attention to him, but everybody wanted to see the highlight reel in what Derrick Rose was. And to be able to lead your team, sometimes you would be down and you would go to places and people would be like, oh, they're not going to win. But Derrick Rose would be actually getting his team, and I'm talking about a prime Derrick Rose, he would be leading his team to victory. Then people are going to start taking you seriously, because without Joel Embiid, these people are going to be like, okay, yeah, he's 17-5 without Joel Embiid, or he's 20 and 2 without Joel Embiid. This guy is a legitimate superstar. I see we play better without Joel Embiid, in my opinion. Let him go. We can start the rookie center. Now, salute to you, Stephen. Now, I mean, I agree with that, but at the same token, whether you like it or not, Stephen, he just signed a 3-year. Okay, he signed a 3-year max. He's under contract, and he is looked at as the superstar. Now, do I like the fact that he did that? No, I don't. But we can't do anything about it. The only thing that Maxey can do is just by his play making a statement and letting people know, look, I have arrived. This is my squad. You know what I'm saying? It is my era or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or, well, they just paid Maxey too. You know what I'm saying? So, and Maxey wants to be there. Maxey has love from the Philadelphia fans. But I'm telling you, this Philadelphia fan, what I'm telling Maxey, Stephen, and on top of that, you got to realize Maxey is, he's from the house. The thing about it is until he can show the fans that he's able to will his team to victory without the help of a Joel Embiid, nobody is really going to take him serious. I can take him serious. Of course, you're going to take him serious. You know what I'm saying? And true hardcore fans are going to take him serious. But to be honest with you, nobody's going to take him serious. All they're going to say is they're going to say that nonsense. They're going to say, well, he's not good without the help of, man, because the amount of money. You got to think about who they're going to get in return. We really don't. We don't have that much to really play with. You gotta think about our cap too. You know what I'm saying? We just gave out 2 max deals. We gave out. I mean, we signed Maxey, in which he deserved to get his money. Okay, he's under contract, and rightfully so. He deserved his extension because Maxey was able to win the NBA's most improved, and on top of that, he was an all-star, and he played more than 65 games. That's a huge plus. I know some people think that that's not a huge plus. It is a huge plus, especially when you consider the awards and stuff. Because when you get the awards, that's when you get the money. But anyways, no, I highly doubt it. They would have to do something else in that regard, because you got to think about who would be willing to take on Joel Embiid in that big ass contract, knowing his and also his injury history. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it from that standpoint. It's not as easy as you think. So, like I said, man, going back to the original statement that I said, nobody is going to take Tyrese Maxey seriously until he actually wins and and wins convincingly, uh, without the help of Joel Embiid, and in this case too, without Paul George, because Paul George is on our team now. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want him being in a situation. We don't want him being in a situation where it's kind of like where Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were. Like, once Kawhi Leonard gets hurt, then that guy, he can't do this without the help of this guy or something like that. Nah, it's got to be a situation kind of like with Magic and Kareem when he was in the finals. Okay, no problem, I got it. Or it's got to be a situation with Kobe and Shaq. Kobe could be like, nah, I got it. These guys have been playing alongside each other for quite some time now. So now people are expecting, and another thing, as brutal as it might sound and cutthroat as it might sound, I'm going to say this. He's been through this before. He's used to Joel Embiid being out. So the way look, I'm looking at it from a standpoint of how the act, like a casual would look at it, right? A casual fan, not a true basketball savant eye, not a guy who really loves the game and appreciates the game and understands the game. But I'm looking at it from a casual fan standpoint. People are looking at it like, okay, so what? You've been through this before. Joel Embiid has been hurt before. Tobias Harris has been hurt before, even though Tobias Harris is in Detroit now again. Uh, Such and such has been hurt before. Shake Milton stayed hurt and everything. So we got 3 centers behind Joel Embiid. I think PG can play maybe 68 games. Um, I hope he does. We are, and this is another thing too, Stephen. Joel Embiid is on pace to miss at least 30 games total, because we have a total of 15 back-to-back games scheduled for us. 15. So he's on pace to miss that. Paul George, If he stays healthy, I could see Paul George playing that many games. But you never know with Paul George. You never know. I want him to, but you never know. You got a situation like this that just happened. His knee buckled and had a hyperextension. So you never know. But like I said, man, I know and look, it's a tough pill to swallow. Some people don't want to. I didn't want to come to y'all and have this conversation. I know my guy pull up. I know BJ was up in here, and he was saying how we got a difference of opinion on who's the leader and who should be the main guy, that sort of thing or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he from the neck of the woods, has some ties to to Maxey and everything. But the reason why I feel like it's Maxey's time is whatever is because he's been placed in this situation so many times. It's like he's the one showing up. So now that Maxey is back in this situation again, now that Maxey is back to square one once again with Joel Embiid not being there on some games or whatever, and then on top of that, he's gonna have to play 30 games without Joel. Well, hey, now, okay, the expectations are a little bit different now. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to see that. So that way, my brother BJ can actually sit up there and say, okay, yeah, within that 30 games, he went 25-5, or he went 20-10. You know what I'm saying? He held it down while Joel Embiid was gone. I mean, we should be, Stephen. But see, the thing about it is we keep going back. Like we keep. See, listen. Paul George coming in. I wouldn't. This move would have made sense, Stephen, maybe about, I would say about possibly 8 seasons ago. If you were getting a Paul George that was from like an OKC Paul George, or even an Indiana Paul George, okay, I can understand that. But Paul George, right out of the gate, is already showing the inability to last a full stretch, a full season without there being knick-knack injuries. And listen, like I said, I love Paul George to death, man. Love his game and stuff, man. But we just have to be honest. You're supposed to be at that game, and I know it was uncontrolled. That what happened to him, that hyperextension, that wasn't his fault. But the fans, the casual people, they don't look at it like that. Philly fans don't look at it like that. They look at it like, well, damn, we just signed this guy. You know what I'm saying? We brought him over here, and he's supposed to be right out the gate setting the tone. When we look at Joel Embiid, he's supposed to be setting the tone. Right? Like when Dennis Rodman came to Chicago, do you think that, like, a lot of people don't know that Dennis Rodman was 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the league. They were damn near about to get rid of Rodman because of everything that he had going on. Who took a chance on him? It was, the Bulls organization. Phil Jackson approached the guys to see if they had a problem with it. Michael Scotty, whatever. Do you think that the people would have wanted to see a hurt Dennis Rodman right out the gate? Absolutely not. In Chicago, do you think that he wouldn't have got criticized? Absolutely not. I use that as an example because you're bringing in another piece. You're bringing in a Paul George who's in his mid-30s. I think Paul George is 34, if I'm not mistaken. You're bringing a guy that's in his mid-30s or whatever. Dennis Rodman was like in his mid-30s or whatever, but he was still able to be impactful. And then on top of that, take it a step further, him and Michael Jordan, that second year, I think it was the last year, that last season when Scotty had held out or whatever. Well, had the injury or whatnot. It was pretty much Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman taking care of everything. You know what I'm saying? Even to the point where, he needed Dennis Rodman. He know that he needed Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need. Like, you got three legitimate guys, all-star caliber players. I mean, two of y'all should be playing. Joel Embiid, there's nothing wrong with you. You already done had meniscus surgery. You already done been through that. You done had your surgery. You played in the Olympics. Okay? You got your gold medal. People were expecting you to come out right out the gate to get your get back from, to try to get it from New York. And on top of that, you got to look at it like this. New York don't have no continuity yet. We got continuity to a certain extent. You have Paul George in there. And these guys got to get rhythm. That's another thing. Y'all got to get the rhythm with playing with one another, too. You could, all this on paper, it might look good. Oh, yeah, Paul George, Joel Embiid, they together. All-star caliber player. They're going to win championships and like that. But you still have to get out there and execute. You still got to go out there and execute. But throwing it back and spinning the block back to Maxey, nobody's going to take him seriously, man, unless he does what he's supposed to do, man. And that's actually win. Putting up big numbers, that's fine and everything. You can put up 50 points, all that other stuff. But if you have a losing record without Joel Embiid, people are going to look at that. So I hope, this video serves you well. I want you to hit the like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos too. Please be sure to share this video too as well. And it is straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball as well as boxing community. Until then, man, I'm out.